You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ghostfire Media. I am your broadcaster tonight, Adam Wood. We are here at Southern National Motorsports Park for some short track racing. We are seeing Justin Anderson out here, who was the fastest in practice. The AOLL TNT Series has opened up the doors for anybody to come in and race here on Thursday nights in the TNT Series for these last couple of races. So let's go ahead and look. We got Carl Henderson, Josh Laston, Brandon Bernhard, Timothy St. Jean, Stephen Dominy, Dan Witt, Christopher Oliver, Blake Ziti, Richard Hurst, Joshua Mays, Derek Schilling, Mike Wazinski, and Dave Wright. We've got a big field tonight compared to most nights. We got a few extra new faces. You guys are familiar with them, though. You've seen them around on AOL Sportsman Series and the Cup Series. So they're nobody truly new out here tonight, but there are a couple of new faces in the TNT Series. Got Derek Schilling out there. He's out there typing while he's driving and trying to qualify. Let's see, he has not put in a lap in yet. So let's look at Christopher Oliver here as he goes through. Christopher Oliver's first lap is good enough for 5th place at 15:47. Right now, top 5 are Justin Anderson, Carl Henderson, Brandon Bernhardt, Blake Ziti, and Josh Laston. Blake Ziti just takes over the 3rd spot from Brandon Bernhardt. Don't have anybody else out there doing it. Right now, Brandon Bernhardt is your season leader right now. He's got a commanding lead this year. I'm not sure when he's going to be able to clinch it, but I think he should be able to clinch it tonight if he gets a good enough of a finishing position. I'm not sure exactly what he has to do to clinch it, but I know he's probably right there on the borderline of being able to just show up and win. Yeah, he's got all these drop races, and I think his lowest finish this season so far is 4th. Well, we got Derek said he's not going to qual. He's going to start in the back and kind of work his way through. And there's a couple other people. And now we got a few other people. Let's see how much time we have left. But we got about 2 minutes left in qualifying. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers that aren't going to have not qualified. And no one for sure that has not qualified or will not be qualifying. Got Mike Wazinski out on track right now. Just finished up his 2nd lap. He ran a 15.72. Good enough for 9th place tonight. Alrighty. While we wait this next minute and a half, let's go over what's happening tonight. Let's look at the race info. We're here at Southern National Motorsports Park. Track is about a 0.35 mile length. The air temperature is about 89 degrees, but the track temperature is a little over 107 degrees tonight. We're going to be short track racing tonight here So you gotta watch out for the old bump and run and other short track shenanigans. There's a lot of them out there. Close racing. Got a little bit of a bank to it here. Looks to be a little bumpy. So it's going to be a great time. Well, while we're here, let's go ahead and bring up somebody that's usually not in here. Let's get what good old Justin Anderson has to say. He's sitting on the pole. Hey, Justin, it's Adam in the booth, man. You got a copy? One second. How you doing tonight, man?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. So this is your first night ever. I don't know ever. You've been in the league for a really long time, so I can't really say it's ever. But this is your first time this season in the TNT series. I don't know if you've ever run it. Have you?
I don't remember. I have not run TNT recently. No.
Gotcha. Well, we're glad to have you out here tonight. So, what's your thoughts here going through so far this track and the car that you have not ran in so many months?
So I'm really excited. The car's loose off. It's fun to drive though, and it's good to see so many people from the Sportsman series. It'll be fun to run them kind of on their turf. I was struggling a lot in practice on the long runs. I was having a lot of issues with tire wear, so it'll be interesting to see, watching the people who are experienced saving tires in this specific car, how I end up doing compared to them, because it could be embarrassing for me.
I got you, man. Well, good luck tonight. I just want to pull you up in the booth, get you kind of acquainted to the booth a little bit more, since you'll be out there next Tuesday in the IVRL race.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Good luck, man.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Alrighty, you heard that first here, or maybe you heard it on Tuesday night. If you don't pay attention to IVRL race, the voice of Justin Anderson will be out there with Nick Adams on tonight. Let's go over the grid. Kind of already stated a few things, but we got Justin Anderson coming home first here in the qualifying. Second will be Carl Henderson. Third, Blake Zede. Fourth, Bernhard. Fifth, Josh Laston. Sixth is Mama's Man Boy, Christopher Oliver. Seventh is John Gordon. Eighth is Dave Wright. Ninth is Mike Wazinski. 10th is Richard Hurst. 11th is Dan Witt. 12th is Timothy St. Jean, the Canadian up north. Wonder if he's got his Canadian coffee with him tonight. Number 13th is Derek Sheeling. 14th is Ed Springer, but he's probably in the booth, or I mean the admin thing, so he's not 14th. Stephen Domney will be 14th, and 15th will be Joshua Mays. Well, that's going to be your grid for tonight. If anybody's out there, if you need some really good insurance, check out Chuck Finclia. There you go, Finclia right there. His number is 252-237-9018. That is Chuck Finclia. Finclia, there you go. Seems to be a good guy. His name's on a billboard. Always gotta trust a guy with the name on a billboard, right? Alrighty. Got turn one. Let's check out all of our wonderful cameras here. We got a batch stretch camera. What a wide angle looks like. Wide angle. Got turn four. You can see him coming through here. Our starter cam here. See right there? Chuck Finclia. He's an agent here. Give him a call if you need some insurance from State Farm. Alrighty. So, the lights are off on the pace car. On short tracks, they normally do 2 pace laps. So, Justin Anderson will lead the field to the green for the first time in 2021 here in the AOLL TNT Guitar Addicts Series. And they are off. The green flag is out. Justin Anderson drops down turn one. Carl Henderson's going to ride that high side, get a great launch off, trying to go past Blake Zede and clear him. He kind of does, but he was not able to drop down in time. Blake Zede then will run door to door, luck nut to luck nut, coming through the first full lap. They're side by side for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh right now. Eighth and ninth are getting side by side right now. Richard Hurst is trying to come into play. But we see Blake Zede already getting out there in front of him. Carl Henderson just lost another spot to Josh Last and his teammate. Here comes Brandon Bernhardt and Endeavor crew with John Gordon behind him. Bernhardt's getting heavily challenged by his teammate John Gordon there. John Gordon's wicked loose coming off of turn 4. He saves and gathers it up. Great recovery, John. Richard Hurst is going to drop below him. Christopher Oliver is going to drop below him too and try to take the spot away from him. Now we got Dan Witt coming into play. Stephen Dominic. Oh, they make contact. Stephen Dominic's in the wall. Dan Witt's being turned. No caution as of right now. We stay green. We still got the car's kind of sideways. You can see it on the track map. The 14th place, he gets out of the way. He looks like he's probably towing it in right now. Nope, he's on the bottom. He spun out of the bottom. He's on the... Let's switch to car numbers. Most people know each other by the car numbers here. Let's go back up to the front here. Justin Anderson is still leading the pace when the yellow comes out. So, but it looks like it came out for Richard Hurst, not the Dan Witt situation. Richard Hurst tags the wall right there. Gets a little bit sideways. Or it could have been slideways there. That was a little bit more than sideways. He went sliding. So, reusing the Justin Anderson word, slideways. That came out from Monday's race at Fuel Racing League. They were racing at Road Atlanta. If you've never watched Road Atlanta, go back and watch that. Xfinity Series there put on a hell of a show. It could be your word. I don't know whose word it is. Justin is the one that introduced it to me. But on Monday night, these guys were coming out of the final turn at Road Atlanta. And man, they were letting that car just sling out there. The cars were sliding and barely able to catch grip as they hit the outer corner right there, coming across the start-finish slide. And they were doing some slideways there, and Richard Hurst tried to do some slideways here. It did not work out for him, though. Alrighty, but we're on lap 10 of 120. First caution of the night. What are you doing there, Nick? If you're out there commenting on my broadcast, get your ass up here in the booth and let's do this, man. I've only broadcasted with you twice now. We've been members working together for almost a year, and we've only had 2 broadcasts together. Pace car lights are off. Justin Anderson's going to lead Blake Ziti, the pasta man, to the start finish line. Justin Anderson gets a great green flag jump. Josh Laston kind of poked his head down, was looking low right there, but he stays underneath him. He's trying to take advantage of that bottom line. Hopefully Blake Ziti doesn't get down there, but Blake Ziti is staying up high pretty good right now. He's trying to find an opening and shut the door on Josh Laston, but Josh Laston is not letting him do that. Josh Laston is staying right there with him, not giving him an opening. And we are under caution number 2, lap 13 of 120. Nick Adams says he's playing video games with his wife. If I get in the booth tonight, he'll be dead. Or he would be dead. Oh, man. Just move away from your family. 20 plus hours, they can't come and visit you. Nothing, you'll be fine, dude. Just do it. I've been doing it for almost 8 months, or a little over 6 months now. It's cool. You only lose out about like $1,000 something dollars a month. But while we're under the caution, go back and actually see what actually happened there. So we got 2. It shows 2 things. John Gordon got into him at the end. So let's watch this overall thing, see exactly what happened. Richard Hurst gets in the back just a little bit of him, and John Gordon has nowhere to go. Flips him just a little bit. Does more damage to him than I think of Carl. Maybe he's got suspension damage from that huge lift up there at the end and drop back down. But yeah, it looked like John Gordon got the brunt of that one versus Carl Henderson. Alrighty. So Justin Landerson, still your race leader. He's been up there leading all 17 laps so far of this 120 event. Got Blake Ziti still hung on the outside, was just barely ahead of Josh Laston when that caution came out. Bernhardt's coming in the mix right now, so you're going to have Josh Laston and Justin Anderson and Chris Oliver. They're all three right now in the same Discord channel on the bottom line, and you got the Endeavor Racing's in second and fourth on the high line. Then Dave Wright, look at Dave Wright sitting in fifth spot, worked his way up. That number 43 machine right there. Got Mama's Man Boy fifth and Dave Wright in sixth. Derek Schilling's moved up 5 spots, sitting in seventh. Green flag drops. Justin Anderson goes down to town. Gets a great little arc through the corner, blocks Blake Ziti's temp. Josh Laston, though, gave up the inside line a little bit. I don't know if I think Blake Z's going to be able to shut the door on him, and he does. He drops down in front of him going to turn one. Bernhardt's right there getting challenged by Christopher Oliver. We got a great battle right now, though, between Dave Wright and Derek Schilling. As I pan to them, they stop battling. They got single file here, so let's move back up here. Go to this wonderful wide angle shot here. Let's see. It shows some good action here in turns 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 is lacking. So Justin Anderson still leading them. Blake Ziti's in second. Josh Laston's in third. Bernhardt's challenging in fourth. Christopher Oliver's right behind him. There's a little bit of a gap, almost a second back to Dave Wright and Stephen Dominy. Derek Schilling's lost a spot to Stephen Dominy there so far. Carl Henderson's trying to make his way back up. He's in 9th. Richard Hertz in 10th. Let's see. I'm looking for a battle. Everybody's really close. We got smoke. We got caution flag. It's out. Mike Wazinski crashed. Let's see what happened to Mike here. Just guns a little bit too much. So when we had Dan Witt, okay, maybe this right here is what caused the caution. That spin right there. I'm about to say, because we had Dan Witt and Stephen Omni, I believe. They crossed each other and did a whole bunch worse than that. No caution came out. So, alrighty. Oh, we'll wait there. Let's go ahead and go to one of my favorite commercials.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right, pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com.
Alrighty, welcome back. They're starting to kind of get in that 2x2 situation here. Let's see if the pace car lights go off here. They do. They are going to go back racing this time. We'll go ahead and quickly run through it. Justin Anderson, Blake Ziti, Josh Laston, Bernhardt, Christopher Oliver, Dave Wright, Steve Dominy, Derek Schilling, Carl Henderson, and Richard Hurst rounds out your top 10 as they sit at lap 30 of 120 here in the AOL Guitar Attic TNT Series. We'll see. And Justin get a great jump, and he does. He's able to clear Blake as they go into turn one. Blake Ziti's going to hang on the outside. Josh Laston's going to do it again, and he gets really loose. He locks it up. And we're back under caution. Alrighty, yeah, just put the power down, come off the bottom. The low line's a little hard sometimes whenever you're out there, and it just shows you put the power down just a little bit too quickly and throttle it up coming off the corner. It can try to spin around with you. Did a really great job avoiding the inside wall, but it snapped back to the right, kind of went back out in the middle of traffic there. He did what he had to do, slamming on brakes and try to come to a complete stop, wait for everybody to go by. Go ahead and get this damage fixed right now. Righty. We're at lap 34 of 120. Got a couple of viewers out there. Who are you guys rooting for? Let me know. Are you guys rooting for any of the new drivers that come in from the Sportsman and the Cup series? Are you guys rooting some of these AOL TNT veterans that have been racing here all year long? Let me know in the comments. I'm out here by myself, so I'm just trying to get some feedback from other people. We'll have a conversation. Go ahead and talk about who your favorite driver is, and do you think Bernhard will be able to clinch the title tonight? As the pace car is doing a hell of a job leaving the most laps here tonight. I think he is poised to get the bonus point award for leading the most laps. Just to keep everybody abreast, Justin Anderson did come in and pit this time. So that's the reason why he is not leading the field finally. Blake Ziti, Foster Man's going to lead the field for the first time to the green flag. The pace car is about to dip off going into pit road. And the Pasta Man takes off. Devil Racing 1-2. Brandon Bernhardt's going to be able to clear Dave Wright, drop down to the bottom. Derek Schilling and Dan Witt both get into the outside wall there on the back straightaway. Dan Witt, they were both able to recover, really didn't lose anything. Dave is not moving up high though on these bankings whenever coming out there. Ooh, that time he did, he paid for it. On the front stretch, he did not. He stayed relatively too far away, and it hurts your entry speed right there. Dan Witt's going to get by him. Let's see if Dan Witt can avoid the wall. He finally does. He went 2 laps in a row where he didn't. He's going to try to roll the outside on Derek Schilling. I think he might get it done. Man, we got a lot of battles back here, though. We're going 3 wide almost here in the back of the pack. Move back up front here. Let's see. We got Blake Ziti leading, Brandon Bernhardt in second. Dan Witt's made his way up to third. Dave Wright sitting in fifth. Derek Schilling's in fourth. Steven Domney's in sixth. Trying to get underneath Dave Wright here coming off the corner. And he just gets the power down too much. Hits the inside wall. Able to carry on. Got a little bit of damage there. Flared up hood. Not too bad damage though, but he loses all that valuable track space. Trying to get out of the way of everybody. Did not want to cause more of an accident than what's already happened. Dave Wright, though, sitting solidly in the top 5 tonight. Dave Wright said he went out there and put in a lot of practice time trying to get ready for tonight, and it's showing. He's up there, one of the best runs for the season so far. As we still got Blake Ziti out here, Brandon Bernhardt, and Dan Witt, your top 3. Justin Anderson, Carl Henderson, all of them are trying to fight back. Josh Laston is 1 lap down. He's trying to fight the lucky dog of his teammate Christopher Oliver. I'm wondering if Blake Zede and Brandon Bernhard are trying to save some tires, and then good old Mr. Dan Witt and Big Red there came in and tried to spoil this party. Dan Witt is putting some pressure on the back bumper of Brandon Bernhard, not letting them cool their tires if that's what their plan was once they got out to that big lead. Dan Witt was able to catch him, and now he's trying to look to try and find any way he can put the nose underneath Brandon Bernhard while going into this middle of the corner. The short track race and trying to get your nose underneath there, show them where you're at, that you got the position. That's all you got to do here. Richard Hurst was able to get by Dave Wright. Justin Anderson's now on the attack of Dave Wright. He drives down low, gets a great launch off the corner. Dave is fighting back on the outside, but he runs very wide. That's going to leave the door open for John Gordon. We got Dan Witt around. Dan Witt most likely pushed a little bit too hard there. Go back and see exactly what happened. Yeah, just put the power down just a little bit too soon there. Great save, though. Burned up the tires just a little bit, but no damage to the car whatsoever. He kept it off the inside wall. So Dan Witt goes around. We are now lap 52 of 120. Dave Wright will come in and get a 4 fresh set of tires. Some good old Sunoco fuel. Got Dan Witt on pit road. Looks like Christopher Oliver will get the free pass. Will be the lucky dog here. Righty. Got the Endeavor running one first and second, then go back to where John Gordon's sitting at right now. John Gordon's in pit road, sitting at 8th. Just coming out right now of pit road, so he'll be sitting 9th maybe. You got teammates on the first row. You got teammates in the second row of Derek Schilling and Richard Hurst. And unofficial teammates for the night, most likely just kind of running together. And Justin doesn't have anybody to run with here on Thursday night, so it's just his first attempt out there. So he jumped into a familiar channel, hanging out with Christopher Oliver, Carl Henderson, and Josh Laston. So they're out there running together. They'll be starting there on the third road. John Gordon be in 7th. 8th will be Dan Witt. 9th will be Dave Wright. 10th will be Christopher Oliver. 11th will be Josh Laston. 12th will be Stephen Domney. 13th is Mike Wazinski. Pace car rounds now. Turn 4 drops down in the pace. Pit road. Blake Zede is off. Gets almost sideways trying to put the power down. Brandon Bernhardt got a great run though off of that front straightaway. We got Joshua Mays off pace on the bottom right there. I think he just came out of pit road and just decided to drop down, get out of everybody's way as they're having a hell of a fight up here in front. They're running side by side. Carl Henderson trying to get that outside lane to roll. You got Dan Witt up there. He's shown that he's been able to pass on the outside. And we're back underneath caution between John Gordon and Dave Wright from what it shows. Let's see what happened. John Gordon blinks. I don't see how John Gordon crashed. Error in the system, so it looks like it was just Dave Wright. And Dave Wright just got on the apron right there. You can see his left set of tires just barely get on the apron right there. Upsets the car because he wanted to start putting the power down. But whenever your car is on the apron like that, you cannot. It's very hinderous if you put the power down here. And let's go ahead and jump to the blimp view here. You'll be able to see he drops down a little bit low, gets checked up, so he's able to turn his car down a little bit too much. And then just gets the tire there, accelerates gets himself spun around. Not much damage whatsoever. Nothing to come in and try to fix right there, I don't believe, unless he's down on RPM. So it looks like he should be good to go. Alrighty, well, while we're underneath looking at that, we had Blake Ziti, Bernhardt come into pit road. Josh Laston got the lucky dog, waved around. Now he's back on the lead lap. Now we have Stephen Dominy, Mike Wazinski, and Joshua Mays, who are all 1 lap down. So it looks like Stephen Dominy is the top of the chart there in 12th, looking to try to beat a lucky dog and get his lap back. But we'll have Richard Hurst leading for the first time tonight in at number 15. His teammate will be starting right behind him at number 87, and Jack and Coke car. Carl Henderson will be starting on the outside in second spot. And then behind him looks like to be Dan Witt. Dan Witt, no, good old Big Red there in the number 99. Pace car light is off there, going down the back stretch, getting ready to go through turn 4. Pace car's about to drop off. And they are off. Richard Hurst gets a great jump on the inside there. Carl Henderson takes it really wide so he can get a great launch off the turn 2. Sells it down the straightaway. He's able to clear Derek Schilling. Dan Witt's going to stay on the outside of Derek Schilling, trying to clear him going on there. Derek Schilling's not going to let him. He's going to fight back. John Gordon's right there, but he's blinking pretty bad on the outside right now. Nobody's behind him, so should be okay right now. Dan Witt clears Derek Schilling. Justin Anderson's right behind Derek Schilling. He's running side by side right now with John Gordon. John Gordon's trapped on the outside, trying to get down. Christopher Oliver's there. He's trying to drop down in front of him. Christopher Oliver does not know where he's at, blinking. Justin Anderson goes sideways. We have a caution. We have 2. Looks like Stephen Dominy crashed, and then Justin Anderson gets loose off the corner, does it, and spins it as well. Even the wily veterans are able to make these spins as well. Oh, that kind of looks like net code. Let's go back. Not sure if Dave Wright really got into him or what. Go back to the blimp here. Oh, nope. In that angle, he definitely got into the back of him. See if we can get a nose angle here. That's not a car I want to be on. I want to be on Dave Wright. It's not Stephen Dominy's. Try car. Yeah, he got in a little bit too hot. Got underneath him, spun him out. But then you got Justin Anderson right there. You see spinning out. Alrighty, so Richard Hurst is our race leader. We're at lap 69 of 120. We've already passed the halfway mark here. Carl Henderson's running in second. Dan Witt's third. Derek Schilling is in fourth. John Gordon is in fifth. He's made his way back up. Sixth is Christopher Oliver. Seventh is Blake Ziti. Eighth is or maybe Justin Anderson got a spot back. I'm not sure. Things are changing right now, but we'll go. Eighth is Blake Ziti. Ninth is Brandon Bernhard. 10th is Josh Laston. 11th is Dave Wright. 12th is Stephen Dominy. 13th is Mike Wazinski. And 14th is Joshua Mays. Pace car lights are off. They are stacked up 2 by 2, log nut to log nut, going through turns 1 and 2. And they are off. Pace car is in. Richard Hurst gets a great jump there. Carl Henderson's trying to hang in with them. Stay on the outside. He's going to sell it in turns 3 and 4. Got a great line going right now on the outside. Richard Hurst gets sideways, though. He falls victim to it. No caution so far. Oh, man, the iRacing prediction system had his wheels pop off and jump back in, and he was able to continue to go. Carl Henderson will be able to take over the lead. Dan Witt's in second. Third is Derek Schilling. Justin Anderson and Derek Schilling both are pushing really hard. Justin Anderson trying to get everything that's worth coming off the corner. He's almost got sideways again on this past corner. Got Blake Ziti following in a low line behind Justin Anderson. Justin Anderson runs up just a little bit high there in the side of Derek Schilling. Derek Schilling's hanging in tough though on the outside. They were still lug nut to lug nut, but Justin Anderson looks like he might be able to clear. Derek Schilling smacks the wall, rubs it going down the back straightaway there. But Justin Anderson's able to clear him. Blake Ziti's able to clear him. Derek Schilling falls back to 5th right now. Justin Anderson moves back up 3rd. We got Dan Witt and Big Red in 2nd. Carl Henderson's leading the race. We got Mama's Fanboy back there in 6th of Christopher Oliver. He's being challenged right now by Brandon Bernhardt. Josh Laston's right there. John Gordon just slaps the outside wall right there coming out of the corner. Man, these walls are being abused tonight. Oh, we see Derek Schilling get really loose there. We got, looks like somebody's around Dan Witt. Dan Witt is around. We got a big pile up here in turn 2. Oh, did Justin Anderson get into the back of him? Got a 3-car pile up turn 2. Let's go back and look at it one more time. This time we'll look at the blimp view here. And Justin either sent it in too much or Dan braked a little early. One of the two happened. Not a good combo. Short track racing at its finest right there. Dan Witt was able to pull off, take off. Let's listen in on the nose camera of Justin Anderson. What actually happened here? Where is this? There it is. Let's look at the nose. And either or both. Dan Witt braked a little early. Justin sent it a little bit too deep. Either or both. Here at short track racing, you have to be symbiotic with the person in front of you. Short track issues like that are bound to happen at least once. We've seen it quite a few times so far. Right now we're at lap 82 under caution of 120. Looks like they're about to get the one to go here. Everybody's kind of get that signal of stacking up 2 by 2. So pace car lights are off. We'll go through the running order. Carl Henderson's leading. Blake is in 2nd. 3rd is Derek. 4th is Brandon. 5th is Josh. 6th is John Gordon. 7th is Dave Wright. 8th is Dan Witt. 9th is Justin Anderson. 10th is Christopher Oliver. And Mike Wazinski rounds out your top 11 on the lead lap. Pace car is in. Carl Henderson is off to the races. He drops down low. Blake Ziti gets a great jump, runs side by side with him. Carl Henderson cannot clear him out of turn 2. They're going to run side by side going in turns 3 and 4. Carl Henderson's able to clear him right there, jumps up in front of him, going across the start-finish line. Blake Ziti's going to pull in behind Carl Henderson. Looks like Brandon Bernhard jumps to the outside of his teammate, almost smacks the wall coming out of turn 2, holds it back down. Running the high line. Derek Schilling's trying to look on the inside. Josh Laston sees a door opening. He's going to try and go to the outside of him. And get up to the right person. There we go. Derek Schilling, Josh Laston right now are battling. Josh is going to try this outside, see if it can roll for him. And it does. He loses a spot to Derek Schilling loses a spot to him. Justin Anderson's going to try get the outside. He makes it work. John Gordon gets a little loose coming out of the corner. Justin Anderson's going to try and make that second lane work now. On John Gordon, him and John Gordon are side by side going into turn 1 and 2. Justin Anderson slides it up, and we are underneath caution again at lap 88. See here, what happened with Dave Wright at number 43? Gets off balance. He dove it in a little bit and sailed up for him. He turned it back left and gassed it, and the rear end just came around. They probably normally at that point you're trying to point your car off, but the car floated up on him, so he had to like yank the wheel down just a little bit. And whenever he did, he got back on it at his normal point, and the car just sailed around on him. So, we are underneath caution. We got 2 takers right now in the pit road. We got Dan Witt and Mike Wazinski. 11 cars on the lead lap. Dave Wright just went lap down for the first time tonight. Our race leader now still Carl Henderson, lap 91 of 120. Got Endeavor were second and third tonight. So right now, John Gordon sitting back there in 7th where he started from. Alrighty, so who's out there? Who do you think will win? Can Carl Henderson hold off Blake Zeding and get a victory tonight here at Southern National Motorsports Park? Will there be an upset? Blake Zeding be able to get by him? Will Brendan Bernhardt be able to get by him? Got Justin Anderson still back there trying to fight his way back up to first. Try to show that, you know, show these TNT drivers what's up coming down from the Cup Series. Dave Wright says he is out. He is in the comment section here on YouTube. And you were running strong out there, man. You got it up to 5th place and battling pretty hard, man. Very impressed by your run tonight. But right now, we got the pace car. It is going off, diving into turn 4, and they are off. Carl Henderson gets out. Not a really great jump this time compared to last time. Blake Zeding timed it perfectly almost. But that bottom gets a great run, but Blake Zeding's also getting a great run on the top. He lost a little bit there. Carl Henderson's going to be able to clear him coming out of turn 4. He's going to drop in below right now. Brandon Bernhardt is under challenge by Josh Laston on the outside. They're running side by side. Josh is trying to get that outside the roll. They're still side by side coming across the line. Brandon Bernhardt beat him to the line that time by. Brandon Bernhardt's trying to clear him, doing everything possible. Looks like he might clear him there. Josh Laston's going to jump to the outside. Justin Anderson pulls down to the bottom to go by him. Now Josh Laston's under attack by Justin Anderson. Sitting on the rear quarter panel, is going to drop in behind Justin Anderson right before Derek Schilling can get in line. Blake Zeding's looking all over the place. Now Justin Anderson's going to jump to the outside of Brandon Bernhardt. See if he can make this outside lane work. They're running side by side right now. Justin almost cleared him right there. It was just a rear quarter panel that did not clear. Blake Zeding's running right there, trying to find a spot while Justin Anderson's battling in his mirror. Brandon Bernhardt almost clears him. Josh Laston's trying to shove his nose underneath him, so Justin Anderson can't jump back down. Ooh, Justin's rear and sliding around, going around the corner. We got Blake Zeding who's searching everywhere he can to put his nose somewhere that Carl Henderson's rear bumper isn't, trying to find a lane. We are at 20 laps to go right now. Blake Zeding's going to try and jump underneath. He try to put his nose underneath there. Ooh, they get turned around. And Brandon Bernhardt's turn around his teammate. Richard Hurst comes in, hits Carl Henderson. Let's go to blimp view here. They make contact right there. They make contact again. Blake Zeding kind of gave him a little bump and run right there twice in one corner. Richard Hurst comes around. Brandon Bernhardt slides around. That was kind of the big one tonight in this short track racing. It's about what you get for the big one. Right now, after that, Justin Anderson was able to squeak by, take over the lead. Got some front left damage. Nothing to worry about. We got short track racing. We don't need to be aerodynamic here, so to speak. Josh Laston's moved back up to second spot after being a lap down. He's going to start on the outside. Derek Schilling's in third. Fourth is Dan Witt. If anybody out there is in the AOL Discord, you know that they had a huge discussion this week in the TNT section there about talking with Dave and Netcode and how to pass people properly. And they were joking about it this week already, that if Carl Henderson and Blake Ziti get together or near each other running for the lead, netcode and some type of bump is definitely going to happen. They showed it again tonight. We're at 15 laps to go. They're coming around here. So Dave, how did the car work? Are you still out there? How did it drive for you? It looks like it was kind of slick coming off of turn 4. It looks like a lot of people were having trouble laying down the power there coming out of turn 4. What do you think about it, man? All right. If he's out there, we'll wait for him to comment. But Justin Anderson going to take off like a bat out of hell, drop it down in a turn 1. Josh Laston's going to try to drop down. Derek Schilling was trying to put his nose down there, was unable to get underneath Josh Laston. Josh Laston's going to take over second. Dan Witt is hanging on the outside and smacks the outside wall there. Checks up the field. Outside line kind of stagnates. Derek Schilling's going to be able to pass him. Past Christopher Oliver. Oliver sitting in fourth. Brandon Bernhardt's trying to fight his way back up. He is in fifth. Got around John Gordon right there. And we got Stephen Domney behind John Gordon. Brandon Bernhardt's trying to work that outside lane. John Gordon almost gets around right there. Brandon Bernhardt's trying to find any lane, honestly. He looked down low. Christopher Oliver dropped down, so he rams it high. Christopher Oliver is trying to look underneath Derek Schilling right now. Oh, they get into Brandon Bernhardt, and Derek Schilling gets into it. What happened to Christopher Oliver? Oh, Christopher Oliver gets a little bit of tap in his left rear, sends him around. He thought he was clear of this melee that was happening on the outside of him there, going down the back straightaway, but he was not. Didn't want to hit the fast forward. I want to hit the 1/4 button. Let's see. Right there, he gets clipped and just sends him around. We're looking at Justin Anderson's front bumper right there. And with the amount of camber in this tire, it just looks really funky whenever it goes down the front straightaway with the damage. You can see the tire protruding. But when it goes in the corner, it looks 100% normal the way the car leans there. But now it goes in the corner right there, the car looks perfect. Like, that's the way the tire is supposed to be. When it gets more to that flat surface, it just looks cockeyed and awkward. But all the other tires do it. There's nothing wrong with this car, just a little bit of fender damage, showing a little bit more tire there. We got Dave Wright saying that the car, you had to be ginger with it, but it would go if you had the right groove. So yeah, looks like, you know, a lot of throttle management here off the corners here. I mean, a lot of tracks are like that, especially if you're on the low line. You got to have really great throttle management. You can't use it as some people like to call it, an analogy of a light switch. You can't just go from little to all. You kind of have to kind of baby it and kind of eggshell it, give it a little bit of throttle, and kind of go at a time until the car is really pointed straight. That's when you kind of give it a little bit more gas and throttle down these short straightaways here. So we got 5 laps to go, 5-lap shootout. Pace car is in. Justin Anderson is off. He's trying to get out there. He gets into about a 1-car lead going into turn 1. Brandon Bernhardt sitting on the outside right now, trying to get it done. He slaps the outside wall, but he drives it back down, inches Stephen Domney. Stephen Domney had a great recovery, sitting in 3rd/4th right now. Brandon Bernhardt's trying to make that outside work. His teammate Blake Ziti's right behind him. Brandon Bernhardt almost cleared him, but then now Stephen Domney's able to come back. Brandon, he gets loose coming off the corner, fishtails it up, almost hits the outside wall, collects it, and we got 2 laps to go. Brandon Bernhardt is fighting desperately to get back up to 3rd here and clear him. He gets loose coming off the corner, white flag. Justin Anderson's leading. Josh Laston's in 2nd. Brandon Bernhardt. Oh, Stephen Domney goes loose. So does Brett. Blake Ziti. They both get loose coming off the corner. Justin Anderson will win. Josh Laston's in 3rd. Brandon Bernhardt's in 3rd. 4th will be John Gordon. There goes the spin. It was like Dan Witt tried. Missed just a little bit there. Alrighty, so everybody's already crossed the lines. Let's look as Justin Anderson begins his burnouts. Let's go on over the results of the race here. Justin Anderson will be your winner. He started from the pole, led quite a few laps, had some a little bit of disasters, came back to win the race. Josh Laston will come home 2nd. 3rd will be Brandon Bernhardt. 4th is John Gordon. 5th is Derek Schilling. 6th is Dan Witt. 7th is Stephen Domney. 8th is Blake Ziti. 9th is Christopher Oliver. 10th is Mike Wazinski. 11th will be Richard Hurst. 12th is Joshua Mays. 13th is Carl Henderson. And 14th will be Dave Wright. Ed Springer was your in-race admin. Timothy St. Jean did not start the race. Well, let's go ahead and bring up our race winner, who's patiently waiting in victory lane. Hey, Justin, it's Adam in the booth, man. You got a copy?
I do indeed. What's going on, sir?
Man, you were able to bounce back. What happened throughout the race? I know you pitted, got to the back, and then it took you a while to get back through, and a lot of chaos ensued trying to get back up there. Talk us through it.
Yeah, so these cars, can't remember the last time I drove these cars, so they're longer than I expected. So the first time when I got into John, that was not one of my finest moments. I didn't expect to. I thought I had more room than I did. And then when I got into Dan, I was looking in the mirror at Blake Ziti because he was trying to get inside of me, and I'm like, well, where's he going to go? And completely forgetting that a turn was coming up and that I would have to slow down at some point.
Yeah, so these are short straightaways.
Yes, I apologize to John. I did not mean to almost turn him. I apologize to Dan. I didn't mean to actually turn him, but it was a good race actually. There were a few more cautions that I would have liked, but like Carl was up front, Josh Laston was up front. It was a lot of fun to race against these guys kind of on their home turf, if that makes sense.
Of course, yeah. I mean, these guys have the home field advantage of racing these cars almost all year long, except for the first season where they ran the Legends. They've been running this for almost all year, so yeah, you're the outsider.
Yeah, so there was a lot of great racing. There were 2 lines. I tried to make a run up on the outside. I kind of got past Josh, but then I stalled out alongside Brandon, and then I slid back just a little bit, and then Blake got into Carl and spun him out. I got a little bit damaged on the front end, but I managed to sneak by just enough. So it was kind of like in a way I made more mistakes than I should have as a Cup driver, coming into TNT for the first time. So that's a little bit embarrassing, but it was a blast. I really enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, you fell in a trap that quite a few other drivers did. Giving a little bit too much gas there on the inside line coming off the corner and kind of whipped her around there.
I'm disappointed you caught that on camera. Yeah.
Oh,
That
there's a
did
short
happen
track.
more
I can
than
catch
once.
everything on camera.
Yeah, I think that was off of turn 4, I believe.
Yeah,
Oddly,
that's
even though supposedly it's an oval, turns 1 and 2 drive very differently than turns 3 and 4, and I kind of forgot where I was, even though there are clear visual cues which end of the racetrack I'm on. So it's just, this wasn't. I mean, I'm thrilled to win, especially against the drivers who were in this field, but it's a little bit. The number of mistakes I made was a little bit embarrassing.
yeah. I mean, it looks like a lot of people had more troubles with turn 4. It looks like turn 2, everybody could really get the power down. Only thing we kind of really saw all night long outside of that was people slapping the outside wall and trying to push the track out. You know, just about another foot or two out there. It did not work. They kept running into it, and the wall did not move.
So the difference between the loose off of turn 2 and turn 4 was that 2 was like a slow, lazy loose, where you could, counter steer and kind of save the car. You would scrub off a little bit of speed, but it didn't. It was catchable. Turn 4, like the minute it started to slide sideways, I tried to do the same thing I had done before. Nope, it did not work.
Yeah, a lot of people struggled with that, but that's why I called out. I was like, even the veteran over here, he's having trouble with the exact same corners out there. So everybody else out in the field, don't feel too bad. If Justin spins, it's okay if you spin.
Yeah, this was a challenging track. The setup, it was a good setup. It was easily raceable, but it wasn't easy. So I give these guys a lot of credit. Like I said, I haven't raced in the TNT before, and I was really impressed.
I got you, man. Out there sporting the Miller High Life, so I like it. I got second place at Martinsville on Tuesday with it, and you're coming home first tonight here in the TNT series.
Short track dominance, hooah.
Yep. Well, hey, man, we appreciate you coming out here and racing with these guys. I know they appreciated it. Didn't probably appreciate you stealing the win here, but it doesn't affect them. But you took away the victory from him. Josh is probably going to tell me if Justin wasn't there, I could have won tonight.
There may be a little bit of salt in the interview, yeah.
John Gordon said he's sending you a chiropractic bill for the wreck tonight, buddy.
Can you bill it to the Blake Gordon account?
Oh, why you have a standing a tab there at the Blake Gordon account?
No, I just figure Blake's younger. He has longer to pay off the bill.
Alrighty, man. Well, I'm gonna pull up Josh, man. Have a great night.
Thanks for
We'll see
the
you on
broadcast. Have a
Sunday
good one.
night.
Have a good one.
You too, man. Alrighty. We're going to pull up wonderful Josh Laston, man. How are you doing tonight?
I've had better.
Oh, man. Up and down night for you. You went a lap down there and had a battle back. Talk us through it.
First off, I don't think the ARCA cars are meant for Southern National, but knew going in it was going to be a challenging track. Just kind of relax, wait for things to fall to you, and it was... Okay, I'm not going to say it was fun following Justin all night, but it was fun getting to run with Justin. It was fun to have the Cup guys in here, having Dan Witt back, and...
We haven't seen Big Red in a long time in the TNT series. Good to see Big Red out there tonight.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. It was great to have a few extra cars on track, except for this track really isn't good for having extra cars on
I'm going to ask Brandon this, but I know his answer, but what's your answer? What car would be here? I know Brandon's answer.
This is a modified track.
Modified?
Through and through.
I think Brandon's going to say the super late model.
Well, same thing. It's same thing. One has bodywork and one doesn't.
Yeah. I think Brandon's a little particular to it, so I can't wait for the Snowball Derby that they're going to be hosting. Run around 5 flags. But, man, you were out there. You got caught up there, and you're able to get battled back there after that accident. What was it like trying to carve through the field and run the outside line? Was the outside line the more kind of preferred line near the end?
God, no. It was not the preferred line at any point. You only used it when you had to. And honestly, if you spent the time to learn how to run that line, yeah, it was going to be perfectly fine. But at the same time, you really did not want to be the one up there.
Yeah, we saw a few times where the outside line was the dominant line, but then we saw a lot of times where, you just would get passed left and right, being on the outside. And I guess it is who you're racing with at that point, and whose tires were better. Because we saw Justin and I think Brandon Bernhardt was trying to get it. I think he was actually getting the outside to roll as well for him.
Well, and it was a matter of if you had the fresher tires, you were fine. No way around it. And Justin brings out a caution, puts himself into the pits because he didn't get the EOL at that point, so he gets fresh tires, and then comes back and whoops everyone. I'm not going to say he did it intentionally, but...
Yeah, so you could have had the win if he wasn't there. Did you ever think about that?
Well, technically for the TNT, I did get the win because the Cup guys' points don't count.
But you're not in victory lane, though.
I'm well aware of this, and I'm not going to hear the end of this for ages.
I'm trying to pour some salt into the wounds.
Honestly, I actually asked Ed right before the last restart that if I ended up doing a bump and run on Justin,
Will you get penalized?
if it would still count since he's a Cup guy. And I seriously thought about doing it, but I was about to do it after we finished, but Brandon did it for me, so I didn't have to.
Yeah, I blame some of my teammates whenever we started. Last night in the Sportsman Series, I was like, thanks, Justin, for getting the pole. I needed those bonus points. Thanks, man. But just joking around. And I think Greg Wellen also, at one point, I was like, oh, if Greg wasn't there, I could have got the bonus points. Thanks, man. But
Yeah,
no.
it was a good run. Honestly, as much as I think this car wasn't here, it was actually meant for here. It was a blast. It was, I would actually say, unlike when we ran here in the Legends, I would say that we needed more laps, and you'll probably never hear me say that again.
Yeah, I mean, you guys did. I mean, there was quite a few cautions, but when the green flag was dropped and you guys were out and actually getting those 10, 15 laps in, you guys were racing pretty hard side by side, especially when the person got on the upper groove. Sometimes they would sail it in. They have a really good arc on the outside, but other ones, they would pinch them down. It was great side by side racing. It was great to be up there in the booth to call it.
We had less caution laps than when we were here in the spring, so that's a positive.
It's always a positive.
But yeah, honestly, when we were running, you could make a move if you really prepped it. And you had to be 100. You had to set it up for 2 laps. It wasn't just a lap before. You had to have 2 laps worth of time to get yourself ready. But again, it's short track racing.
Yep,
The cautions are going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I put on my things to watch. It's like you got to watch for the good old bump and run and other short track shenanigans.
You can't bump and run in these cars, because it just lifts the back end.
Should I say dump and run then?
Yeah, that's more accurate with these cars.
I got you, man. Well, good luck. Congrats on the 2nd place finish, man. We'll see what you can do on the season finale race coming up.
We have 2 more weeks, man.
That's why I said coming up.
Yeah, we got 2 more weeks. But thank you, sir. Go ahead and chat with Brandon. I'm ready to go to bed, and it's only 9 o'clock.
Alrighty, man. We'll see you in the Martinsville practice.
Yep, see ya.
Yeah. Alrighty. The man, the myth, the legend, the Mr. Brandon Bernhardt, man. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, doing all right, you?
I'm probably doing better than you. You had some ups and some downs tonight. Had a battle back there at the end to come back home sitting in 3rd. You and Stephen Dominy were running side by side. It was anybody's race there. Too bad he done a little bit too much coming off of turn 2 and got a little loose there and had to check up. But that basically solidified your 3rd place finish there.
Yeah, it was a tough track. Just you had to be really, really careful on the throttle. You'd spin it around, and it's pretty easy to overdrive the turn as well. In practice, I had a good rhythm going, and then Justin and Josh and Carl put down some pretty fast times. So I knew I was in trouble. Justin figured something out that I just couldn't get, and it looked like Josh kind of figured it out towards the end there. Then a couple issues with the getting in some wrecks and had to come away through the field. The last wreck with the wreck with ZD kind of helped me because I gambled and took just rights, and it kind of helped on the outside there. He loosened up a little bit. You can kind of just roll around the outside pretty well.
Yeah, so I was looking at it, man. You and Justin Anderson were the only two that really could make that outside line work. What was the key to it? Was it just the 2 tires that you took that was able to kind of let you sell there?
You had to be perfect. The bottom there's a little bit of leeway. If you messed up, you'd be fine. But the top, you had to be perfect, or you're in trouble. That and trust. You come off of, you get a pretty good run. If you hit it off the turn, you gotta trust that the guy you're getting around the outside is not going to come up and put you in the wall. So I practiced it a little bit, and then I felt pretty comfortable up there. And then when I got those just the right sides, it felt really, really good up there. I wish I would have known that sooner.
Gotcha, man. So still come home third, and you're still the worst place finish is 4th. At what point are you going to be locked into it? Have you kind of configured that? Talk with the admins to, with the drop races, will anybody else kind of be mathematically able to catch you?
I'm not sure. I haven't really paid attention to the points too much. Kind of just out here running. I wasn't really coming in to TNT. My main goal wasn't the championship. My main goal is to win races, and no, this is no offense to anybody in TNT, but to prove that I didn't belong in TNT. I know they opened up to everybody, but there was stimulation. Certain guys couldn't run, and I was allowed to run. So I felt that was kind of a shot at me. So I kind of just came out here to prove that I can win. So I really didn't pay attention to the points. I haven't really looked for a couple weeks now.
I gotcha. Yeah, I definitely would probably be out there on Thursday nights if I wasn't up here in the booth. It looks like a blast, and I'd love to race with you guys. It's hard because I don't get to race with my Ghostfire Media counterparts that often due to their other obligations up in the booth, so it kind of sets them aside. So when I'm broadcasting, they're racing. When they're broadcasting, I'm racing. So we're kind of opposite sides of the world here, but it's good. It's good that you're able to go through here. Like you said, it's like, huh, you're telling me I'm eligible? Well, what do you think I am? But then it's like, okay, well, if I'm eligible, let's go out there and have some fun.
Yeah, like I said, it's no shot to anybody in TNT. There's some very, very good drivers in TNT, and a lot, deserve to run good in Sportsman, and some deserve to be in Cup. It was just, this is the beginner series, developmental series, and they said I was bad enough that I can run down here. So, I took that as a little bit of a shot.
You and me both.
Yeah. So I took that as a little bit of a shot, but it's been a blast. Kind of the same with you. Josh doesn't get to run a whole lot. I race against him in trucks, and then Carl doesn't run trucks or Cup. So it's been a lot of fun running against both of those two in this series. It's been a blast.
Gotcha, man. Well, good luck to you for the next 2 weeks, and good luck to you on Sunday night as you try to battle your way into the Final Four at wonderful Martinsville. Another short track race.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Sunday's going to be a battle. Both of us are in must-win positions, so it's going to be a tough race, but hopefully put on a good show and it goes well.
Hopefully puts on a good show, and the good old pace car doesn't lead the most laps.
Yeah. Hopefully tonight gave me some hope.
Yeah.
I thought there's gonna be a lot more cautions tonight than there were, so hopefully we can kind of settle in on Sunday and run some green flag laps.
They're getting a little bit of a groove and try to figure out everybody's breaking points. It's going to be a great race here on Sunday night. But hey, man, you have a fantastic night. We'll get back to you next week.
Yeah, you too.
Alrighty, man. Have a good one.
You too.
Alrighty, well, that will be it for this race from the AOLL Guitar Addict TNT Series from Southern National Motorsports Park. I am Adam Wood. Come out tomorrow night for our podcast. And then on Sunday night, like we were mentioning, we will be at Martinsville. It's AOLL Cup Series final race in the round of 8. 4 people will say goodbye on Friday or on Sunday night at their championship hopes, and 4 people will move on. We will. This is not like last year. We do not have a 1-race shootout. There will be a 3-race shootout for the AOLL Cup Series and the Sportsman Series. You saw the Sportsman last night. So come out Sunday night and see who will make it into the Final 4. Yep, that will be it. I hope you guys have a great night and have a great weekend. Take your kids out trick-or-treating if you got them. And if you don't, go out and get some full-size candy bars. Treat your neighbors. Treat your kids. Don't be skimpy. Get the good stuff. Your house will not be egged and teepeed if you go out there and give them the full-size candy bars. And if you want to splurge, get the king size. Well, that's my public service announcement for today. Here at Ghost Fire Media, wish you have a great weekend.
Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghost Fire Media Network.